You have no time to just be like, I'm cool, I'm chilling. Like, if you are a man, you are constantly on. There's no off day for you to just not be the guy. Like, it's a constant flow of responsibility. So that's
It's
just where
annoying
we
as
at with
fuck
it.
sometimes too, because like as a man, like sometimes you don't get the credit that you deserve for
Yeah,
the shit, for the work that you put in. Because like some people think it's expected and stuff like that. And like,
that's the
and to
problem.
be brutally honest, like you should not expect me to be a good person because I don't owe you that shit. You know what I'm saying?
That's a harsh truth that people won't want to hear or they won't like because society is just the way it is. Men are supposed to be this way. If you are not that way, then you are perceived as not being a man, and you go down that rabbit hole of a bunch of fuckery and bullshit. But
And it's just like, well, listen, man, like, because here's the thing, this is what it comes down to, right? Like, if I'm a man and I'm expected to do XYZ, and you a woman, you are expected to do XYZ.
right,
And then that's when people get mad, right? Because they'd be like, yo, when dudes get in a relationship, they're supposed to provide. Cool. When women get in a relationship, you should be fucking me when I say so.
God.
Now, do I believe that? I don't personally, I respect people's
Disclaimer.
choice and whatever, but
Right.
this is the conversation that people be having now, right? They be like, well, if I'm expected to provide and you just out here like
Right.
you should be
What are you
popping
here
that shit
for?
on a handstand all the time when I ask you to. It should be no, but you see, that's the thing because there's no nuance to like how that person feels, what they been
Yeah,
like,
the
how
true
they like
dynamic.
their mental stability at the time, their energy levels. Like we don't have this kind of checks and balances for that. And the thing is, though, they're okay with doing that to dudes but then, like, when it comes to doing it on the other foot, it's like, nah, shut the fuck up.
The
Misogynist, this,
lines,
that, and the third, all this bullshit. It's like, nah. Like, if we gonna do this, we gonna do this. You know what
right?
I'm saying? Me,
You can't go
I
one
choose to
way
do it
with
the
it.
healthy way.
I wouldn't even say healthy. It's just the way that works for you because
Yeah.
everybody got their own dynamic in relationships or how they go about treating the opposite sex or how they feel or expectations. But whatever works for you that it does not include hurting or manipulating or fucking
Mm-hmm.
abusing the other person, that's how it's gonna be. But again, right now, like I was saying before, society lines are blurred, bro. Lines are blurred of like who's supposed to be the provider, who's supposed to maintain the home, who's supposed to, you know, protect, or who's supposed to, be the nurturer. The lines is blurred. Word to Robin Thicke, yo. So
And I think,
protect your neck.
at the end of the day, like, everyone should have some of these traits in them to a certain percentage, right?
Right.
It's just like when you what the fuck? It's just like when you these mice are running up in my crib. I'm about to get doing over here, bitch.
Nigga flinched at the nigga. Get your bitch ass out of here.
Nah, because then they move away. That's what they do, bro. Like when it's wintertime, like they come up for the basement and shit, and like just be just rolling up in this shit.
What y'all
But
niggas doing?
like, but like you should have these traits in you to a certain percentage because
Right.
you can't depend on somebody to be something for you 100% all the way all the time.
All the
You got to be
time,
able
yeah.
to do that for yourself too. But at the same time too, though, that other person has to be capable of it. And if they're not, then it's just like you're getting overloaded in more senses than others, right? Like my biggest thing, right? When I broke up with my ex, and then now that I'm with my fiance or whatever, right? So like one of the biggest things was like I wanted to be with somebody who could hold a job, who
Facts.
knew how to handle money, and could make smart decisions with their money. Because when I was in the other bullshit ass relationship, this bitch ain't know none of that shit. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? But
And
the
then it
thing
put
is,
it on
though,
you to maintain for both of y'all. And that's where that pressure comes in. And some niggas can't handle that pressure. Some niggas can't, some guys just fucking succumb to the responsibility that comes with that, and everybody ain't built for it. But what I can say is, though, being a ain't shit ass nigga looks so much fun.
Oh yeah, because all the hoes be running to you. That's why.
It just looks like when you see these bum ass niggas and they fucking got 4 or 5 baby mamas and they sleeping up on another bitch couch and they ain't got to worry about paying rent. They got another bitch paying their phone bill. Like, it just looks like a relaxing, do what you want lifestyle. It just looks fun.
I mean, yeah, but it's probably a lot more work than being a nigga on top of this shit, because you got to duck and dodge 4 or 5 women who wants 4 or 5 different things from you, and they always on your neck about, like, you know, committing and shit. And then you got like how many other kids, and you just sitting there like, how do you, like, you got to juggle that while being ain't shit at the same time. You know what I'm saying?
True.
At least with us, like dudes who have their shit together, it's like, I don't have to worry about paying my bills. I don't have to worry about this. Like, look, like you said, like if some bitch is paying his phone, right? What if she decides to stop paying that shit? How you going to continue doing this? Niggas like us, not my shit's paid for every single month. Facts. I don't need nobody to tell me this shit. You know what I'm saying? Facts. And it's just like,
I guess it's like a yin and yang. It just looks so freeing. It looks like, because man, responsibilities don't stop. Like, responsibilities never stop. Like, if I pay my rent today, I'm chilling for like maybe 2 days, but then I got to think about the next month's rent that's coming and the next bill that's coming and fucking car insurance. So it's just like, I see niggas that just look like they just float through the world, and I just get kind of like a little envious.
I get irritated because I'm like, me too. I get irritated.
Like, damn, you get to be free and you get to do whatever the fuck you want, but I got to get up and go to work every day because I got to pay bills so I could be a upstanding person in society and make my mom proud and fucking like not be a piece of shit. But some people don't care, and I just that freedom is like, damn.
Nah, that it hits me in the chest sometimes too, especially in me, because I pay for everything. So it's like, and I got a kid. So it's like sometimes I look at people who got kids and I'm just like, fuck y'all niggas, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's just like, yo, sometimes like, yo, like,
nigga, nobody told you not to pull out, all right? So I don't want to hear that kid slander.
Right. I know you're right. But like at the same time too, it's just like, fam, like, I don't want to hear about your problems sometimes. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to hear that shit, because it's just like, yo, like, I have not slept through a whole night since September. It is February.
God
and
damn.
And like it gets to me sometimes because I'll be highly irritated. You know what I'm saying? And it's nobody's fault at all. It's just I'll get irritated at certain points. And I'm just like, what the fuck? I'm like, leave me the fuck alone. I don't say this outwards. I say it in my mind because at least I have some respect. You know what I'm saying? But sometimes I just be so angry because I'm just like, I need sleep. But then it's like, you know, it's for a purpose. You know, you got a child that you're looking after and they need certain things. And it's not always going to be like that. But right now, I'm like,
you're in the thick of it.
Any little fucking thing, bro. I'm like, yo, you know what? Fuck it.
Shut this shit down. I'm over it. I'm going to bed.
Over it, dude. Like, yo, I shut shit down more now than I ever did before in my life. And I don't slam nothing. I just be like, and I walk away.
And you're gone. Like,
I just can't. I'm just not gonna do it. I'm just not gonna do it.
That's real, because you're in the real part of life. Like, you have real responsibilities to where it's not just you. Like, if I just was like, fuck it, I'm just gonna give up everything and fucking go live in my mom's basement for the rest of my life, I could do that. But you got a child, you got a spouse that depend on you and have certain expectations of you that you can't, you can't turn that off. Like, you gotta be who you are when you're inside, and then go outside and face the world, and then come back inside and still have those responsibilities. So being a man is a full-time job, man. Not to say being a woman isn't, but I can only speak from my perspective, and it's just like, this shit don't stop, man. This shit is a full-time job.
I'm glad you said that, because I'm gonna say this to all the ladies out here. Y'all gotta stop acting like women are the only one that have a heart out here. When the dude that you with also has a heart,
Facts.
because
Facts.
like he has to do a certain amount of things to make sure that he's okay. And if you with
Facts.
him, he has to do twice as much work to make sure that y'all are okay.
Facts.
And if you choose to play a role in your relationship with that man, like you best to play that shit. And you will get all the respect that you deserve, but you best to give that man all the respect that he deserves. Because
Real
remember,
talk.
because there's a couple of points you need to remember. Number one, he don't owe you shit, and number two, you're easily replaceable. So and that's on both ends, right? As a man, you
Facts.
gotta understand she don't owe you shit, and she can replace you. But as a woman, understand he don't owe you shit, you can be replaceable. But the reason why y'all are in this room together and y'all trying to create something is because you see that it's worth it in the other person. You love that person. You care about that person. This is somebody that you want to build something with. So like
Yeah.
you should do everything in your due diligence to ensure that not only are you looking out for yourself, but you're looking out for them. And you got to
Real
give the
talk.
other person that respect, because without them, like parts of your
You,
life would be way more difficult than what it is.
you would just be floating through the world, man. You'll be floating. But it's tough out here for everybody. I don't want to compare plights of men or
Oh,
women or blacks
mm-hmm.
or whites or none of that. It's tough for everybody, but I can only speak from my perspective as a black man in America. God damn, I need a day off. Like shit. It's
I need a
Black
day off from
History
these
Month.
bills, dog.
It's nigga for Black History Month. I just want a free month of rent. That's it. It's the shortest month anyway. Give me free rent. Like they ain't give us 40 acres and a mule. Just let me have my apartment for free this month. That's the least you could do. That's the least you
I,
could do. I'm not asking for nothing else but just a roof over my head
and like
so I could just
dudes
chill for a month.
and men don't ask for a lot.
Let's not say that.
Do we really though?
I mean, it depends on what's a lot. That's just like a subjective thing because like if you ask for a chick to come home and cook you dinner and make you breakfast and certain women aren't built like that. So, I don't want to say what's a lot or what's a little bit, but it's
Okay.
tough. It's tough. That side of the conversation is tough. So,
Okay.
but
I feel
this
you.
is why picking your partner is crucial. It is so crucial to like your personal growth and the growth of that other person because you could get into a relationship with someone and expect them to care for you and do these things for you, but that's just not how they build. And then you start looking at
Mm-hmm.
this person like, why the fuck am I with you? And then on top
Yeah.
of that, you start looking at yourself like, I can't believe I picked you as my partner and you ain't shit. Like, does that mean I'm not shit? So it's a whole fucking mind fuck that just goes along with the shit, man. And it's just not easy, bro. It's not
Nah,
easy.
you're right. Like, and it's hella important. And like people don't take the time to kind of do it because like we have so much access to so many different people. And the thing is though,
At all times.
like we're not willing to settle because you gotta think about it. We have high expectations sometimes, and we have to realize that sometimes like your expectations are way too high, right?
Facts.
You gotta look at yourself. If you're not living by those same expectations that you're setting, shut the fuck
Facts.
up.
Right. Exactly. Exactly.
Like
Like
you
chicks.
gotta tone it down, bring it down to your level. Because I'm telling you right now, if you bring it down to your level, you're going to find exactly what's right for you.
Exactly.
And
Exactly.
if you are able to accept what you have, you'll be perfect. Because I'm telling you, there's always going to be, listen, there's always going to be a better bitch. She always going to
Facts.
have some bigger tits, nice
Whew.
ass, flat stomach. She gonna cook. She gonna clean.
Just
She gonna
just
have
open
that Gawk
Instagram and
5000 on
whew.
like demand, right? It's always gonna be that. But is she going? Does she match you? Does she match your personality? Does she
Exactly.
laugh at your jokes? Does she do this? Does she pick up your lingo? Does she do that? Yeah, I mean, there's so many intangible things versus like the physical things that people these days, especially I think because social media, we look at such a the exterior of shit,
It's
and we
all
expect
it's
that
all
to
it's
be the
all at
end of
face value.
to be
It's all at
the
face
end
value.
all be all. And sometimes that's why we get into these broken relationships. This is why
Toxic.
marriages don't work. This is why like relationships don't work. This is why people end up become angry, and then niggas run through 1,000 bitches, and then
Be
bitches
bitter
run
as
through
hell.
1,000 niggas, and then they're like they
Facts.
so empty inside of their soul. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like, fam, like there's a better way to do this.
What happens is people need self-awareness. Be aware of who you are, what your skills are, what you can contribute, what you would bring to a partnership or a relationship or a connection. And then you could understand what your standards are. Like if you were the night manager at a bowling alley, you can't expect just some supermodel chick that never got no bodies and never talked to nobody to just walk in and want to be with you. Like, be who you would want that other person to be, and vice versa. If you're a chick and you work a cashier at Wendy's and you expect some billionaire to just walk in and take you up off their register, it just doesn't work like that. So you got to be aware of who you are, what you bring, and then find those people that can either match you or help you level up or get you to that next level, and take it from there, man. But it's the wild, wild west out here. Protect your neck, man.
Yeah, man. Just, you know.
Protect your neck. And that is the relationship hour of the podcast.
Hey, yo, it's the month of February, man. Like, you know, sometimes you just gotta hit niggas on the head with some shit, because, yo, I'm telling you, it be wild out here. I'm telling you, it shit.
Real quick, I never noticed how much shit they cram into the month of February as the shortest month. So we got Black History Month. We got the Super Bowl. We got the All-Star Game. We got Valentine's Day. We just have all of these events that kind of like pull people in all these different directions, and it's just kind of like, damn, it's only 28 days. Can I fucking like?
Well, that's because January feels like 3 years sometimes. So it's like
this January kind of flew by. I was like,
I said that the other day too.
It was just Christmas yesterday. Like, how is it? We on February already? Shit.
But you know what I think is also too. I feel like I've enjoyed this month of January way more than I have in the past.
Me too.
Because like from December, the last week of December, I took off from work. I was just with my family. Right.
Dope.
And then like my birthday came, you came up here. We had a dope ass time. I had more time off of work. I had Martin Luther King off. You know what I'm saying?
Lucky
and like
you.
I was sitting here, I was like, I think it's just when you're actually enjoying the time,
it flies by.
Yo, when I got laid off last year, the shit was mad long.
Because you was probably stressing every day, like, oh shit,
I got laid off
to work.
Like 2 weeks after I found out I was gonna have a kid. Like, I ain't gonna lie to you. I was sitting there, I was like, fam.
I would have pulled up to that office with the gat cock, like, yo, who not working? Who don't work here?
Dude, I was burning it down, bro. I was burning it down. It was the longest January I've ever faced in my entire life. And there have been other Januaries that were kind of like that too, when I was dealing with bullshit with my ex or whatever and stuff like that. So, but this one, I was like, damn, we got through it
pretty
really
lit, right? It just flew by. It just flew by. Time flies, man. Make sure you take time out for yourself, for your loved ones. You know, because the time is gonna go by, and you don't want to be that person that's like in your old age, like, damn, I wish I would have hung out with my kid more. Now he don't want to hang out with me. He's just off in the world doing his own thing. Or I wish I would have, stayed in connection with my wife or fiance, because now y'all divorced and she all on an island somewhere with some Jamaican nigga getting dick down. So it's just life will do that to you, but it is what it is, and you know what it is. I Hate It Here podcast, episode 17. We are running through these bitches. It's your boy Russ.
And it's your boy Kev.
And we are back again. Just first and foremost, I just want to thank everybody who's been listening, leaving reviews, leaving comments, liking the posts. This thing is growing like exponentially over time, and I'm thoroughly enjoying myself, just chatting with my guy. And man, I just want to say thank y'all again off top. Keep it up, of course, because we're gonna keep pumping out this content. Shit, we still building out. Season 2's looking like a banger. And when I watch most sitcoms, if they get up to like season 4, then I know it's a good show, because by that time they've like hit the sweet spot of like they flush the characters out, they got a format, how the shit goes. So, you know, shit's in motion. That's all I could say.
Nah, yeah, man. What the fuck? She said she needs a bottle. Okay.
Shit is in motion.
I'm gonna say this to the people who are listening, like, especially, I think I've said this before, but as a person who's like done other endeavors, who felt like people never really paid attention, like, the love that y'all show is what kind of is definitely like what keeps us going. Because some days, man, it's hard, man, and when you got regular life going on and stuff like that. Yeah. But like when you're creating stuff and people are liking it and they're commenting and they're like, yo, this shit's fire, this, that, and the third. It's like, you know what, like, we are doing it for ourselves, obviously, because we wanted to, make something and create something from scratch and bring it to like a certain level and stuff like that. You know what I mean? But we do it for y'all too. You know what I mean? Because we understand, like, sometimes, you just need a break from all this extra bullshit that goes on with life.
The fuckery of the world.
And to see that y'all fuck with us like that, it really means a lot. And, we're going to definitely keep, doing what we do and making sure that we, make this shit fire. But before we continue, let me go make this motherfucking bottle for this kid. Hey. All right.
We are back in this thing.
When you got a kid, bro, like, everything stopped for that motherfucker, no matter what.
Shit don't stop. Motherfucker gotta eat all the time. It's like, damn,
he gotta eat. He got his shit all, and like your schedule doesn't fucking matter.
It's like, didn't you eat yesterday? Why are you eating today?
Yo, it's funny, today he was in his car seat. I was about to take him out, and then he started moving his head. So I started like copying his movements, and then he's looking at me, and I'm looking at him, and he's just like, so then he started going slow, then he started going fast, and I match him, and he just like, and he looked at me, and he's just like, oh, really? I'm like, yeah, go ahead. And he's like, who? And I'm like, who?
I gotta send you this video I saw on Instagram. It was this baby that was just crying, and the dad was like standing next to her and just started crying too, like fake crying, screaming. And the baby stopped and looked at him and was like, yo, what's wrong with you? I know why I'm crying. Why you crying? You an adult.
I do that to him sometimes, and it works for like 30 seconds, and then he gets right back to this shit.
It's like, oh yeah, I forgot I was crying. Hold on a second. Let me get back to this shit. But
and sometimes he be faking too. That'd be the wild part.
They learn early.
He'll start laughing mid-cry. I'm like, oh, really? So this is what you're doing? So this is emotional manipulation right now. This is what this is.
Yeah, they learn early. If I do this screaming thing, someone will come over and check on me and give me what I want until I stop.
Exactly. Yeah.
And then you spend the whole point when they're toddlers trying to teach them not to do that shit. So so fucking human nature. We all humans. So let's get into this hypothetical this week. What you want to do?
Let's do number well, Tom Brady did retire, so let's do number 12.
Hey, shout out to the GOAT, man.
Nah, fuck that nigga.
GOAT.
He did not thank the New England Patriots fans.
He thanked y'all when he got y'all multiple Super Bowl rings. I don't give a motherfucker. What else you gotta say?
Retiring, I need my respect.
Oh my god. You want him to name all of y'all individually in the whole fucking.
I mean, if he did, that'd be cool, but he don't gotta do that. You just can't leave us 22 years, bro. Who you been with for 20 of them?
That's a long fucking time. That's a long fucking time to do anything.
6 rings. And in your post of you retiring, you cannot thank the city that you was with the whole time for wilding.
How ungrateful are you, nigga? He gave y'all ring after
how
ring.
Ungrateful is he?
And the minute he don't say goodbye, it's like a nigga coming to your house, giving you money, giving you millions and millions of dollars, and then he just walk out. You're like, oh wow, but you can't say bye though. Like, nigga, you got millions and millions. Okay, y'all good. Y'all are
Nah, nigga,
good.
he need to say something now, boy. You need to say something. Nah, but it really
Jesus
got some people
Christ.
like, yo, what the fuck? Like,
Yeah. Because it was rumors for mad years. It was rumors like I think after last year or the year before, like, yeah, he's done. He's done. The man is 44 years old. Let his body chill. Let him
no, I
go.
mean, I think people would accept it if he did. It's himself that he couldn't just do it. He's like, I
Yeah.
need to get one more. And like, yo,
More.
I ain't gonna lie, he almost did it again this year if he didn't get beat by I forget who he lost to. But like, was it the Rams? I think it was the
You
Rams.
know, I would act like a fake fan if I knew right now. I don't even know who in the Super Bowl this year, but I'm gonna be there cheering along
Oh,
like I
it's the
fucking know what's
Bengals
going
versus the
on.
Rams this year.
Okay, okay.
I don't understand how the Bengals are in this. Like they have been out of it for years, and now all of a sudden
They
now
get
they're
that
in it.
one
I'm just like, yo.
chance.
And then they got a rookie quarterback too. It's the rookie quarterback from LSU. And I ain't gonna lie, he was the shit down there. So now to
Mm,
see him actually do this shit right now, I'm like, all right, you know what?
shit's crazy.
That shit's wild, bro. Because he
Rookie
beat
meaning
Patrick Mahomes.
this is his first year.
Yeah, this is his first year.
His first year he make it to the Super Bowl. My
Yep.
guys, they gonna re up on that contract crazy.
Quick. And I think
See.
the crazy part is like one of his wide receivers was his receiver at the school too.
Oh yeah, so that's like when a rapper and a producer get together and they just make a classic banger. You're like, oh yeah,
And
y'all
they
need
just
to
keep doing
stay.
it over and
Yeah,
over
y'all
again.
need to stay
Like,
together.
oh, Future and Metro. That's what happens every single time.
Oh,
Every single time. Future and Metro, Future and Southside. Yo,
we're gonna talk
yo.
about Future too. We're gonna talk about Future. Let's hit
Oh
this
hell yeah.
hypothetical real quick. All right, so
Yeah,
number
so I said
12.
12. Yeah.
What do you wish grew on trees? What do you wish grew on trees? I mean, the easy
Money.
answer is always to say money. Yeah.
Money. What do I wish grew on trees?
I almost said weed, but weed is a tree, so that's
Yeah, that already happens.
yeah.
That already happened.
What do I wish grew on trees? What do I need every day? I mean, I would say food, but food is trees too, like salads and shit. But I mean, like a steak or a fucking cheeseburger, I could just pick off a tree type shit.
A
That'd be
food
dope.
tree, like every single branch would have a different type of
A
cuisine on it.
different,
And then you
yeah.
just roll up into it, you just take it off the just like, oh, okay, cool. Yeah.
If it
Now
was like an
actually
Italian tree,
that's actually fire though. I ain't gonna lie. That's actually
some
kind of
Willy
fire.
Wonka shit.
Yeah, like every single branch was a different type of cuisine that you've had in your life.
You
And
could pull
every single
pasta
time you
strings
grab a
off.
branch off it, like it just makes one of your favorite deals from that cuisine. I like that. I
We'd be
like
some
that.
fat, but we'd be fatter than we are now in this country. Motherfuckers we'll be
But
running through
here's
the
the thing. Now here's the
rainforest.
thing though. You get to make the rules though. You can be like, this will not make me fat. This will not this will not raise my blood pressure.
Come
Like
on,
it's
now
just gonna
you if it's
nah,
food,
but
it's
think about
food.
it. The reason why we in America suffer from that is because it's all processed.
It's all bullshit. I know.
Other
Complete
countries, they
bullshit.
don't have this obesity issue. They don't have this high blood issue. They don't have any
It's
of
a
these
first
issues like
world
that.
issue for sure.
You know what I'm
Fast
saying? Like
food
us
ass issue.
though, shit.
Nigga. I looked into that Taco Bell subscription service too, because I kept seeing a commercial now. You get a taco a day for 30 days.
That's wild, bro. I ain't gonna
For
lie.
$10 a month.
I ain't gonna lie. That's fire. That's
You
fire.
with that?
That's fire. No, think about it.
I like
$10, you get one taco. You know how much $10 at Taco Bell, you can get a whole meal, right? At one time. But then you got
right.
to spend another $10 to do it again. But every single day you get one free taco, that's nuts.
I get it. And maybe like 1 week out the month, I'll really binge on tacos and Mexican food type shit, but I don't need a taco a day.
I may need a taco a day. I love me some fucking Taco Bell. I ain't gonna lie. And if a Crunch Wrap is on that list, bro, believe me, I'm going in there for that Crunch Wrap every single day.
I don't need a taco a day, bro. Like, I'm not. Yeah, I don't know, but let me think. I mean, what else do I need? Maybe gas for my car. Like, if I could just pull up to a tree branch and shove it in my gas tank, that'd be lit. But other than that, I don't know.
I don't know, man. Maybe
Grew on
clothes, because
trees.
like if you could pick a whole outfit off there that you like
That'd be
on a
dope.
day-to-day basis, like if my closet was just empty and I had a tree in my backyard that's like,
Mhm.
yo, this is what I want to wear for work today, and it just like it gave it to me right there, that'd be fucking fire.
That'd be dope. Pull a suit off right before you
Mm-hmm.
go out. Man, America will have some weird way where only certain people can have trees and shit. It's just we'll fuck it up somehow.
Somehow, this is
We will
America,
fuck
man.
it up
This is
somehow.
America.
This is America. That video was crazy still. All right, so let's get into some headlines to hate. You want to kick it off? What you got this week?
Dude, so like there is a former NFL coach by the name of Brian Flores, right? So
Okay.
he's basically, I don't know if he's suing the NFL or he's suing specific teams. So this is what happened. He was up for the Giants, the New York Giants head coaching job, right?
Okay.
Bill Belichick sends him an email congratulating him for getting the job.
Okay.
This is 3 days before he has his interview with the GM.
And basically tells him he got the job already.
Yes. From
Okay,
Bill
that's dope.
Belichick, who
Bill
is the
Belichick
coach
is
of the
who again?
he's the coach of the New England Patriots. So
Okay,
then
that's
he
why it
asked
sounds
him,
familiar.
he's like, "Hey, are you saying me or this other dude whose name is also Brian, who's also up for the job?" And Belichick responded, like, "Oops, I fucked this up. My bad. I reread the text and saw the wrong thing. I totally apologize." So
Belichick, you
then,
fucking dummy. Who told you to say anything in the first place?
and then,
And why would
so
you congratulate a nigga 3 days before they even make the announcement? Like,
So
this
he,
is just
and here's the crazy part, right? The dude didn't even have the interview yet. So he had to go to the dinner with the GM knowing he didn't get the job. And
wow.
then he had to go through the interview knowing he didn't get the job. Now, here's the
That's
caveat
embarrassing.
of this, right? Brian Flores is a black coach. So now he's suing them for discrimination because he's saying that the only reason why they had him go through the process was because of this rule that the NFL has now called the Rooney Rule, which basically says that all of the league teams have to interview people of color or people of other ethnicities for these jobs, right? Basically, affirmative action.
I was about to say, it looked like some affirmative action shit. We'll try to look less racist by just interviewing you guys and make it look like you had a chance, but in reality, you ain't never have a chance.
You never have a chance. So, like,
But why is Belichick congratulating? He's got nothing to do with the team. Like, who the fuck told
hey,
you?
man, these coaches, they're like a cult, bro. Like, once you hear from one person, like, it can spread through. And it's fucked up because, like, you told this man, you tried to congratulate this dude. Now this dude got to go through a whole process. He doesn't even have the job. So now he's suing them. He's like, yo, this is mad discrimination. You're only doing this just to show that you're abiding by this rule, knowing damn well you wasn't going to give me this job. Like, that's
That's
not
fucked
fair.
up.
Like, why are you going to
Yeah,
sit there and waste my time and shit like that? So now that's a whole case going on right now between him and like the NFL. You know, the
that's
Giants are
embarrassing.
saying this is cap, he's bullshitting, he's lying, you know, and the crazy part, Bill Belichick was like, he didn't even realize the dude was going to use the text messages in the lawsuit. So
Oh,
the dude, so now, so now he's
you
tied to this
dummy.
now. So now he's
Word.
tied to this shit, and it's just like, fam, this is going to be crazy. Because like, yo,
You
I know the NFL has a history of like, you know, not really
racism.
having like yeah and not really having like, you know, black head coaches, whatever, but like, you know, it just goes to show that, you know, what Cap was saying, he
I
wasn't
was
lying,
just
bro.
gonna say it sounded like what Kaepernick was saying, where the coaches and the owners they all collude together and be like, all right, we picking this guy, but you know, let's make this other guy kind of still jump through the hoops and
Mm-hmm.
we'll entertain him, but we ain't giving this nigga the money. So let's just
It's some
abide
wild
by
shit.
this rule. That shit's funny, man. That shit's funny. But hopefully, he gets something out of it. But the thing is, once you sue and you sort of like seemingly attack the organization
You're not going to
legally,
get another job. And he even said that too. He's like, yo, I may not get a job in the league anymore, but he's like, fuck that. I don't care, because I need to make this right, not only for myself, but for other people who may have gone through this process, who are just afraid to speak. And like you say, it only takes one. Once you have one come up, it's going to give other people the strength to come up and be like, yeah, I've been through the same shit as well.
Hopefully, because this is a brave thing to do, to, seemingly bite the hand that feeds you, because now if you don't get a job, you got to worry about how you're going to provide for your family, how you're going to, maintain your career going forward. So, this is a fucking tough fight to fight. And, the NFL, like we said, we've seen it with Cap. They got all the lawyers and all the fucking money in the world to fight some racist shit. So good luck to that, man.
Wild shit, man. Yeah, good luck to him. I hope he wins, but we'll see what happens, man, because that shit's just wild as fuck.
Good luck.
When I saw that, I was like, that's some crazy shit. That's some crazy shit.
Speaking of crazy shit, this was my first headline of the week. Moderna. We've all heard the name. They came out with seemingly the best or non-drama filled COVID vaccine.
That's the one I got.
Me too, gang, gang. Now they're using that same, I guess, the vaccine RNA template. Yeah, the RNA sort of style of vaccines. And they're working on HIV now. So they're saying they have shown 91% effectiveness in not curing, but rebuilding the immune system that HIV destroys in people. So we could be looking at the future right now. And I just thought that would be dope. Like, we will stop seeing these fucking weird ass commercials of people like, yeah, pop this pill and, your HIV will be down to 0.0000, but, you'll still have it, which is weird to me. So,
you know what? Like, I feel like and this is why like science is so cool, because like every so often there's an advancement in like, treating illness and stuff like that. And like, when you think about it, like, if this works like for this, what else could it do it for?
That was my thing. So it's like, what other diseases could be eradicated?
Imagine if you could
even in our lifetime. Like, I didn't think they would never do it in our lifetime, but now shit's happening. Like, I said the same thing about New York legalizing weed. I'm like, they'll never do that. Like, they love locking niggas up. And then they did, and I was like, oh shit, where are we? So now it's just like, what other diseases or disorders could they get rid of? Like Alzheimer's, fucking Parkinson's, all leukemia.
Once you figure out the process of it, I'm simplifying this whole process, right? Well, like, once you figure out like what to like, how to make it run, you just have to basically go through each and every single disease and fill in the blanks of whatever that process is, and just let it run until you get a high rate of like eliminating the shit out
elimination. Yeah, because what happens is your genes, your DNA, we all seen that spiral little DNA thing. It's like lock and key. Every disease has a key pattern DNA structure. And if you have that lock and the key is able to fit in your DNA, then you're more susceptible to that disorder or that disease. So what they're doing, I guess, is
they're changing the lock, basically.
Yeah, but
essentially that's what they're doing.
Is that changing human DNA? Are we mutants now? Like,
no, I think it's just changing. I think it's going to that specific code for that disease and being like, nah. You know what I mean? I think it's just going to that specific disease, like, yeah, no. Like, this lock right now, I'm changing the combination, so now it doesn't do what you think it does. I think it's still in your system, because we all have the capabilities of having these diseases, right? But it's just in our genetic code. Like, some of it's brought on by like, our diet, this, that, and the third, our lifestyle, whatever.
It's like 80% our diet.
Right. Yeah, and some of it's genetic. So like, at that point, if it can just change the combination of the genetic trigger, then you're pretty much okay. You know what I'm saying? And I think, it's kind of dope because too many people die of cancer. You know what I mean? Like people,
Facts.
like you said, Alzheimer's, that's one of the most hardest like things to deal with when like you're looking at your loved one and they can't even remember who you are.
Alzheimer's and dementia. Like
Yeah.
I used to work in a nursing home and like it'd be tough, like just watching people like completely forget
Their
who they
kids,
are.
their
Yeah.
spouse, everything.
Family come and visit them and they like, I don't want to talk to that stranger. It's like, bro, that's your daughter.
Yeah.
That's your fucking
Yo, I ain't gonna lie.
grandkids. Like, you don't
Sometimes
remember
that
your
shit makes me cry
husband.
when I see that shit, bro. I
It's
ain't gonna lie to you.
hurtful, bro.
That
It's
shit's
so
that shit's
hurtful.
scary.
Like, and it's like that's like a, like, if you believe in God, that's such a weird, twisted sense of humor to do to somebody. Like, why would you fucking like have us live out this whole existence to right in the end just forget everything? Like, what the fuck was you on? Like, that shit
Yo,
is not cool.
sometimes like this is why like I think Jordan Peterson said something to the effect of, I don't think he created it. I think he allowed the opportunity for like shit to happen. Right. And
Makes
I think
sense.
like, yo, when you are a creator,
Damn.
like, you could do whatever the fuck you want. But sometimes you're like, you know what? I just want to see what the fuck happens. You know what I mean? And it's not like he don't care. I like he's going to watch your back, but sometimes he is going to allow certain things to happen because there is a greater like reason for this. Cause like, yo, maybe you took that person for granted. Now they don't even
True.
remember who you are, and now you're feeling the effects of you not taking that person
Very true. Very
to care for
true.
that person. Like
We
when
would
people lose people early in death or whatever, like you gotta think about it. Yeah, the death is fucked up, but
it's
now you have to
hurtful.
have some self-awareness. Like, how
You could go
often did you call
anytime.
that person? How often did you talk to that person?
You
Like, did
know,
you just brush them off? Like sometimes like other people suffering is a reality check for you, and like sometimes, and it's fucked up, but
that's
sometimes,
real,
bro,
man.
that's how it is.
That's super real. That's super real. And it's just the life. You don't know it until it's too late. And in hindsight, like you don't spend enough time with your grandparents. And then when they pass, you're like, damn, I wish I would have checked on grandma more or,
Mm-hmm.
went fishing with grandpa type shit. So it's
Nah,
just
listen, I'll be honest with you.
fucked up.
It's going to be a year in March since my dad passed away, right?
Damn, sorry, bro.
Nah, thank you. But like sometimes I regret not opening up more to talk to him before he passed away.
Yeah,
Granted, he wasn't really hitting my phone that much either, but
right.
obviously, he had his shit going on and he was in a tight spot because I mean, I'm not saying whatever bitch she was with was the problem, but I'm saying that she was the fucking problem ever since the
Yo,
beginning.
all
I hate
right,
that
chill
bitch. You
out.
know what I'm saying?
Okay,
Like, I'm just saying, listen, I'm petty. I just gotta say what it is, right?
I
But
feel
like,
you.
I wish I kind of pushed it more just to talk to him. Cause
Yeah,
now, like, sometimes, bro, like I sit in my bed at night and I get mad upset because I'm like, I don't have my dad.
yeah.
And the minute now that we started talking and I started getting away from all the anger, now I can't, you know,
That's the irony too. It's like you spend so much time angry, and then the minute you not, it's over.
now
You,
it's
you
like,
don't even
and
got no
sometimes,
time.
and sometimes you could be protected from getting hurt again. You just never know.
Very
But
true. Very true.
the only person that really knows that is God at the end of the day, if you believe in him. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you just gotta take it on the chin, be like, well, I know that, I got my own kid to worry about now. I'm gonna make sure our relationship is not like that. You know what I'm saying? So like sometimes it's just motivation. So it be like
Yeah.
that, bro. It be like
Real
that.
talk. Real talk. Switch it up. What you got?
So yeah.
Headlines
So
to hate.
listen, Adele
You're
was supposed
beautiful.
to have
You're the beautiful white queen she is.
she was supposed to have her residency start 2 weeks ago. She
Okay.
canceled it.
The whole thing.
The whole thing. She canceled it.
Like
And,
like there's no delay. It's done. She's not
well,
doing
I
it.
think I think they're gonna redo the dates. but they canceled it in the meantime because she's
What?
saying, because she made this whole, lengthy post. I ain't gonna lie, I have no problem with her saying that she canceled it. I have no problem with what she was saying too. Like, the set wasn't ready. She didn't like, she's like, I have to
Okay.
get this ready. I can understand that, because I used to be an artist. I gotta say sometimes that paranoia makes sure it's perfect for your audience.
You wanna set up a proper show.
Now, here's the thing though. Some stories are coming out now that
Uh-oh.
she's been having issues in her relationship with Rich Paul,
Yikes.
right?
Rich Paul. Why do I know that name?
LeBron James' manager.
Okay.
So basically, after she announced that she canceled the shows, she'd been at his house ever since. And they were saying that she would used to be on the phone with him talking about the show, but it'd be like fighting and screaming matches, right? And this nigga never came to come see how she was setting up. And they're saying that like she has some beef with some of the people because she was supposed to have a water behind her, whatever. And she's like, yo, this looks like a rundown pond. Like, what the fuck is this, right? So she's arguing with all these people on set. And she's like, yo, what the fuck? And she can't get it right to where she wants it to. But then people are also saying, she's been having issues with her relationship. So that kind of may have taken a toll on her as well. And like, listen, as
It
a
happens.
star, right? You have to ask yourself, like, is the relationship too much for her right now? Or is she not the best person at getting her show ready when she needs to, or has the diva
Could be
lifestyle
both.
kind of caught up to her
Could be
and
all
maybe
three.
the expectations are too high?
My thing is, if the show is not right, you take the time to build it out, and if people won't cooperate with you, you get rid of those people. Like,
Mm-hmm.
you are what's selling the tickets. You are the reason that everyone will be there and that everyone has this job. Like, it's
Yep.
you are the mainstay, and this is your
Mm-hmm.
reputation on the line. So I don't got no problem with if the set ain't right or if the show ain't right, saying, all right, we need to shut shit down and regroup. But if this, just, I don't know him, but if this nigga is not jacking you doing your job, then maybe he gotta go. Like, what the fuck? Like, imagine me quitting my job because my girl said some shit. Like, this is how I get my money. This is what's gonna feed me and my kids for the rest of my life. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if that's the case, but
Yeah, I just like to bring it up because
fuck
like
out of here.
when you look at especially like artists now, we are so into their lives and everything.
Very
And
true.
it's just like no matter what they say, we're always going to ask, well, who they fucking with? Like what really is the issue here? And we want to know because, like I said before, we have so much access to information in their lives. So,
Yeah.
like, to see this story come out about her, is kind of jarring because for most of her career, like we've never seen stories like that happen with her, where like it's her relationship. Like when we talk about her relationships, we talk about it in the terms of her content and her music. We don't
Right.
talk
Right.
about it affecting her on stage, how she handles things, this, that, and the third. You know what I mean? Like, and the thing is though, a Las Vegas residency, bro, like
Big money. Big money. J-Lo just had one.
Rick
Shit.
Ross has one, and I didn't even know Rick Ross was that popping that he would need one in Vegas.
Right. It must be a small club, I guess, because I don't see that
Vegas
really.
is Vegas, though. You know what I'm saying?
True. I mean,
Vegas
just the
is Vegas.
name alone, you could bring in a lot of people. Because
Usher has one.
when
He was roller
Usher,
skating on stage the other day. Like,
yeah,
yeah.
I seen the clips of Usher, but his shows are huge. Like, I seen Usher just at the Barclays, and it was a big show. Like, so I can understand getting the show right because this is your reputation. This is what people pay money to come out to see.
Mm-hmm.
But you got to be able to prioritize. Like, hey, listen, I'm in working mode right now. The relationship is important to me, but it kind of has to take a back step right now so I
Mm-hmm.
could get my shit right. But what I did want to say is when you're especially a female and your content is based in your relationships, like Mary J. Blige or like even a Taylor Swift,
Yes.
the minute things aren't as they seem with you or anything is out of the whack to the public, they want to know what's going on in their relationship because your content is relationship based, you know, who you're in love with, how someone hurt you, you know, love you lost or falling in love. So it's just, yikes. She getting that tabloid TMZ treatment right now.
And she's never had to deal with that before.
Yeah.
Like, yo, I didn't even know she was having a divorce till she talked about it.
Very true. You're private and but that's what artists used to be though. You didn't know what was going on in their life until they put it in music. And then you're like, oh my gosh, she's going through what I went through or what someone else, and you can relate. That used to be the connection. But now it's like, especially with the social media era, it's like, I need to see you, where you at, what you ate for dinner, who you be hanging with. So, I mean,
that's some wild shit, man. Like, I hope that she pulls through because, like, yo, like, you know, she is a great artist. And, like, I understand, like, you know, your life writes your music, but, you know, you just got to make sure that you're also in the right place because when you have fans who pay a lot of money to come see you, like, they ain't trying, like, yo, one dude was on the plane when he got the message that it was canceled. And he tried to get off the plane, and they would not let him get off the plane. So he ended up going to Vegas anyway.
Just probably getting drunk in a buffet somewhere. Like, damn, I was supposed to be here to see this person. And then at that point, you done pay for flights. You done pay for hotels.
You're not going to pay for that again. You're just going to sell your tickets.
It's just like, fuck it, I'm over it. And then your feeling towards Adele's going to be tainted because you're going to be like, I went all the way to Vegas to see this bitch. And
bro, if fucking Kanye had canceled his performance at TD Garden when I went to go see him, I'd never listen to this nigga ever again. I'd never listen to him ever again.
Hurts.
Fuck out of here, bro. Get your whole album the fuck out of here.
Lauryn Hill got that treatment because she was either not showing up to shows or being super late. And people were just like, bruh, like, I only got a babysitter for a couple more hours. Like, what's going on here? Can I get a that thing or X Factor or something? So
you gotta respect people's times, man. Especially like now, people are more conscious of time now because of where we are, you know, in society, especially with COVID and people dying and all this other stuff. So like, when you say you're going to do something, now does that mean we cannot forgive? We can definitely forgive, but you got to do the most that you can to make sure that you don't, you know, abuse that thing. Because listen,
we ain't that quick.
There may not be another Adele out there, but they'll settle for somebody.
Imagine that dude went to Vegas and saw like a magician or something, like,
and that magician was fire.
I know. You done got a whole new fan just because you canceled, but that's how it goes. And fans these days,
they're fickle.
They're fickle game. You could be up one day and down the next. And you know that brings me to my next story. Is this? It seems like a Spotify rebellion is happening now over the Joe Rogan podcast. So I won't act like I'm a huge Joe Rogan fan, or you know, I might check in when there's a guest that he's talking to that I know or that I want to hear from, but apparently he may have said some things or misled some people over the vaccine and the whole COVID thing, as he's kind of been known to do with the whole horse tranquilizer bullshit. But you know, all these artists are like
dewormer,
so now it's like Neil Young, and I don't even listen to these artists, so I'm just listening to people that I've seen. Neil Young, David Crosby, and this one caught me off guard. India Arie, the Neo Soul singer.
I haven't heard that name in years. I haven't heard that name since the Bernie Mac show.
They're all pulling their music off Spotify because of Joe Rogan. So it just seems like
the dumbest shit I ever heard. You best to shut up and get your money. You better shut up.
You like are trying to hurt the platform because of what someone else on the platform has said or done that you disagree with, which granted, I guess that's how you attack the platform, but you can't go to a restaurant and be mad at the restaurant because someone behind you is eating loud. Like, the restaurant didn't put that guy there to eat loud, to mess with you. Like, that's just what that guy's doing there. And it's just getting out of hand.
They need to leave Joe Rogan alone. He has been yo, instead of pressing him, press these politicians about the shit they be saying, bro.
It seemed like it's like a bit of a witch hunt because every other week it's like some sort
something's
of
up with him.
Yeah, they like, yo, we got to get Joe out of here. He's got the people listen to him, and he talks to anyone and everyone about anything. And
dude, he has Chappelle, Kanye, Jordan Peterson. Like, he has a whole, I think
Neil deGrasse Tyson, Wiz, Snoop.
I think so. Yeah,
he talks to anyone,
Elon
and everyone.
Musk,
right?
And some of these people, he talks to them multiple times. So it's like, he just wants to have a good conversation about topics that actually mean something.
Right.
And listen, I think we do that as a people on a regular basis. Right. Sometimes we just want to talk about something
just
and
flush
learn
out
about
ideas.
something.
Yeah, hear your
and
perspective.
Be like, am I wrong about this? Change my mind, or like help me understand why I'm wrong, or like, let's debate about it, whatever. And I think like he's just a dude that's doing it on such a high level because like you said, anybody and everybody can be. You never know who
very
he's
diverse. On that. Yeah, any politician.
And he's talking about all different types of fucking topics. And I think people are just afraid that when somebody has that many listeners, like, I get it, you do have to have responsibility with the information that you put out. But you also have to understand, like, when you podcasting, a lot of this shit is your opinion. A lot of this shit is for you just to have a conversation. And like a lot of it, like, yes, you're going to bring like certain details and facts into it. But at the end of the day, you're having a debate with your opinions and facts laid in front of people. And like, you can't have one without the other. You're going to need to accept both. And sometimes people going to say some wild shit, and you're going to have to be like, all right, nigga, cool. That was entertaining.
Anyone who talks for a living, at some point, you're going to say something that someone doesn't like. Yes. It's just I'm sure we probably done it already in the first season or even these couple episodes. It's like, the more you talk, the more you'll say an idea,
you're gonna say something that somebody
don't
like,
that and then you're gonna
be like, cancel this motherfucker, fuck him. He probably don't like this. He probably don't like that. Like, nigga, fuck you. Like,
and that's what's happening because Spotify issued a statement, and which I thought was dope is that they said they're gonna stand by him. I mean, I guess they have to. They paid him.
It's the same thing with Netflix and Chappelle. Money.
Exactly. They want to stand by that creative control of letting him say what he wants.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure
that's why they gave him that money to go there.
Right.
They didn't. I mean, I heard that like, they did remove a lot of episodes when they were uploading it on there and stuff.
I mean, that's gonna happen. You want to keep it clean, keep it. When he was on YouTube, he was probably a bit more flagrant.
He was wild as fuck.
Once you get under a corporation, you
gotta mellow out a little bit, but
abide by those rules.
But I still think he's still able to do the same content anyway, right? But it's like, like, that's why they got him on there, man. Like, that's why they paid him all that money. People be mad at him. They'd be like, oh, why he get more money than Joe Budden? I'm like, listen, Joe Budden is dope. Oh, well, okay. Let me rephrase.
It's not the same.
Joe Budden has done a lot for like Black people in podcasting the same way Charlemagne does.
Absolutely.
I mean? They've paved the way, but like his audience and Joe Rogan's audience are on two different scales at this point.
The conversations
that Joe Rogan is having that Joe Budden cannot have on his platform because of what his demographic is.
I mean, he can, but it would probably not.
It's going to be the most driest episode. It's not going to get as much plays because they go to Joe for a certain type of content, type of conversation. That doesn't mean they can't talk about like certain stuff, but like they can't get to it the same way that Joe Rogan does. And
he's good at what he does.
Joe Rogan's a white dude, and like people love listening to these white dudes on these podcasts way more than love listening to niggas. And that's just sad to say, right? Like, listen, it's like Twitch. Like, yo, listen, look.
A lot of these, say it, bro. Say it, because this is one of the moments.
This is one of the moments where people not gonna like what we're gonna say, right? But let's be honest, right?
We're having our Joe Rogan moment right now.
When you go on Twitch, right? if you look at somebody who's playing Destiny 2, for example, right? Look at the white person and then look at the nigga. They both could be on the same level. But when you look at the follower count, when you look at the chats, when you look at the money that they're getting in, it's two different things.
Right.
And
what
like,
happened?
you know what?
They become that spokesperson for that platform, and it's happens more for white people or whatever than it was for any person of color, or unless you have a certain niche or across
And
the
that's
board
the
on any
thing.
platform you can see. But the
And
more
that's
you
the thing with
talk,
Joe Budden. He found his niche, he stayed in it, and he grew it exponentially. He almost destroyed it with that Rory and Mal shit.
right, it was
We're
looking
gonna
real
talk about
shaky
that on
around
another
there.
episode, right? Because that shit was wild. I don't think we ever talked about it, but like,
I think we might have. We might have touched on that a little bit, but
maybe
that was
but
a real
like,
shaky time for him. But Joe is just getting this crazy witch hunt. He even put out a statement and was like, "Yeah, when I have these conversations, I might get it wrong. Like this is what I have these conversations."
But that's
for.
why you're having the conversation, because you want to be like, hey,
am I wrong about this?
You know what the problem with this generation too? People do not want to have conversations to educate other people. Right. These bitches will be like, yo, go Google this shit. I'm like, no, Google is going to give me an article that's going to say something, but I need to hear it from people who also has this information to get what their thoughts are. Because like, you can have something in front of you and that's cool, but like, you need to understand how people understand it on their level. Because we don't all understand the same one. We can all look at the same thing and have 14 different opinions. So we got to get those 14 different opinions on the table, and then we got to find the truth is in between all of them at some point. And that's why we have these conversations. So for them to be going at Joe, I never listened to him really that much. I may not agree with everything he says, but like, he's having the conversation, and I think we're just a society of a bunch of bitch ass motherfuckers that just don't want to have a conversation because they don't want to be held accountable for what they say. But it's like, listen, if you are coming out of a place of respect and you're coming out of a place of wanting to learn, to understand, just shut the fuck up and do your thing.
What happens is people especially live in their own little echo chambers to where it's as much information is everywhere. People don't take on new information. They know what they know and they feel how they feel. So when you confront them with a different idea, they just either reject it or they act like you're just anti. Yeah, you're just anti whatever they are or however they feel. But in the basis of it all is to understand. It's like, you feel this way, explain to me, help me understand. Let's find a common ground. And I think what Joe's doing that like in real time. So he's gonna make those mistakes. He's gonna say the wrong thing sometimes, or he's gonna, have the wrong person on that stands up for a different idea. And that's what humanity should be, is an exchange of ideas. You can give me information and make me think differently about something and not just repeat every talking point that and try to berate my idea to where we're in confrontation.
Yep.
It's just we're not
100%.
We're in the information era, but ignorance is still like the dominating force. So people rather just stay ignorant to a lot of shit, and we don't really forgive people that easily when they either disagree or
because we act like we are perfect all the fucking time.
Real talk.
Bullshit.
Man.
Fuck out of here, man.
Human ego, man. Human ego. What else you got? Let's wrap up these headlines to hate.
All right. So big money this week.
Big money.
Sony bought Bungie, which it's big for me because I'm a Destiny 2 player. So like, Sony buying Bungie, and they bought them for like $6.8 billion, right? The crazy part is this: Microsoft bought Activision Blizzard earlier this month, and that was for $68.7 billion.
Damn.
So then Take-Two, which is the people who make GTA and all that, they bought the like mobile and online game company Zynga for $12.7 billion. I just want to let y'all know right now. You told these young motherfuckers that they couldn't make no money in this video game shit. And I'm telling you right now, these niggas is making money in this video game shit. Like you told these niggas, oh, you're gonna be a game designer. Ain't no money in that. You a bitch. You lame. You fucking nerd. You won't get no bitch. Listen, there's a dude right now working at one of these companies that got more money than you will ever see in your life, bro.
Billions, bro. Not even just thousands or millions, but billions. Like, especially with the pandemic, gaming has gone through the roof. We all at home. We all looking for some sort of entertainment. We all got some sort of game or something on our phone to kill the time when you shitting on a toilet or whatever. So that's crazy. That's crazy.
That's big money. And it's cool. I just don't understand how this is going to work out between Sony and Bungie. I can understand Microsoft and Activision because Blizzard has a whole lot of titles. Call of Duty is under Activision. So like, you know, Blizzard also has what do they have? They have like Diablo, StarCraft. They have there's another big one that they have. World of Warcraft is them too, I think.
So pretty much like, the whole Call of Duty, Tony Hawk Pro Skater, which was big. Let's see. That's pretty much Call of Duty is probably their biggest franchise.
But they got a lot of shit under them, right? Especially with the PC gamer shit, and Microsoft is a PC company. You know what I'm saying? So for them, I can see where the lines intersect, and it makes sense. But when I look at Sony and Bungie, you know, one of the things we talk about it, I have a Discord with my Destiny 2 clan members or whatever. So like we was talking about it, and like some good points were made that, you know, Bungie's community has done so much good. Like they do a fundraiser for St. Jude's Hospital every year, and they raise over like millions and millions of dollars just for like to give to the hospital for them to keep doing what they're doing. Whenever there's like an initiative that they really believe in, like the community shows out. Now, there's also parts of the community where it's fucking toxic, right?
Toxic as
and
fuck.
It's so fucked up that I'm in that community, which is like the PvP community. I ain't gonna lie. It's great. It's great. It's awesome. But like the shit that I've seen happen in this community in the last 2 years has been nuts.
Most PvP games are toxic. I'll just tell you that.
100%.
Call of Duty, 2K, most PvP games are just straight toxic. Like since the original Xbox days, you get online and just be called all kind of names. Oh my god.
Oh man.
You gotta have a thick skin.
Yeah, but like, you know, all the good that the community has done though always corrects it in a sense. Because they always, even when they find fucked up shit, like you'll see people come by, no, we can't be, this can't be the thing. We can't be fucking around with this. Like, and I think Sony's looking for that community, and I think Sony's trying to be like, yo, this is something that makes sense. Also, Destiny is one of the most popular games that's being played right now,
right?
And they're like a live service game because they keep putting that DLCs and people keep buying them.
It's like ever growing, ever changing.
So I think Sony wants to adopt that to more of their games, and because Bungie's like almost one of the best companies doing it, this no matter what you say about their content in the game, whatever, like, you know, like because like we've been sitting in the same season for like since like fucking long time, right? And like, yeah, they've added some stuff, but like, I don't got no new PvP maps. I don't got all this shit. Like, you know, we're complaining, but like when you think about it, we still playing this shit every single weekend.
Right. And it's free to play also, so there's no barrier to just jump in the game.
There's a free to play version, and then you can pay for all the other extra stuff.
Right.
And like me, I'm gonna pay for it because I got money. So like, you know what I'm saying? So like, you know, like, so Sony has plans to release more games like this, and they need a company that knows how to handle stuff like this.
Yeah.
But also the biggest thing that I also realized, and I wasn't thinking about this till today when I was making this list, was that they want to make Destiny content in other forms of media. They want to do TV shows, they want to do movies, and Sony has the department for that.
Right.
So I'm like,
Destiny movie would be dope.
Yeah, I would.
It's already got the story. Imagine we get like
it.
the background to Cade and like all of them, and like they've been using
all of these
voice actors and
have like stories before that, before their points in the game, and it's like, yo, like seeing all these stories and all this lore, because like, yo, people don't understand. All right, listen, I'm an avid Destiny 2 player. That's why I'm talking like this. All right, listen, like I'm on the boat, I'm on the train, right. I'm here right now, right? Destiny has a lore that has been being written and given to the people since 2012 out of Destiny 1. I've been playing this shit since 2012. I've been playing this shit for 10 years. Okay. I've been playing the same video game. Listen, the same.
Is that really when we started? Game. I remember we started together and I just kind of fell off, but damn. Yeah.
No, dude, I've been playing the same game. It does have a
strong backstory.
For like 10 years. And like they even said this was supposed to be a 10-year game. Now they extended it to like a 15, 16-year game, which is nuts to me because they have this whole long story. And every single time a new DLC comes out where they add more to the story, you're like, yo, there's so much shit that like
it's great and it's very well done. It's very well done.
You can make a couple of Disney Plus type series. You can make a couple of movies off it. And so I think, it works out for them that way. You know what I'm saying? So, because I know a lot of people were wondering, like, well, what does each gain from this? I'm like, Sony can get a community and can learn how to make other communities for other publishers function the same way under them.
Right.
They also get the live service portion of it, and they get to learn the formula how to make it work. And then Bungie gets a new door open to do other forms of media.
And Bungie
and the best thing is Sony charges people for publishing games that are cross-platform. So a lot of times, these companies, if they're like exclusively PlayStation, it's because they can't afford the cost, I think.
Right.
Or they have a deal for that. Yeah.
I would think more games would be cross, but now I get it that's a chunk of revenue that
they don't really want.
Even though it'll bring in more players, we will lose out on a lot of money by doing that. But I'm reading this article on the Insider right now, and it says, PlayStation has no major multiplayer games.
They don't.
So they just
everything is story based for them. Everything has been story based for them. So to finally get one,
Miles Morales, Spider-Man,
Ghost of Tsushima,
right? So now they
God of War.
They're like, fuck it, we'll just buy this one, build out the franchise. And I see Halo has a show about to come out right now. I don't know if it's on like...
And Bungie is the creator of Halo. So
they're already with the shits, and now with Sony, they about
to... But Halo's staying a Microsoft exclusive, though, I think. I don't think they're going to bring it to PlayStation.
I mean...
Not because Bungie doesn't have the rights to it anymore. So to speak, to do anything game related with it, that's under Microsoft now. But like they had the 30th anniversary of Bungie, right? So like that happened in December. So like in Destiny 2, there's a whole lot of new weapons that came out that were basically created off the weapons from Halo. You know what I'm saying? And they brought them into Destiny and just made them Destiny weapons and stuff like that. So that's like, dope.
I guess we're not about to get no cross Halo cross Destiny anytime soon, but
exactly, like I don't think so. But like it makes sense, and it's cool to see companies come together, especially to take two with the Zynga thing. Listen, I got a game that I play on my phone called Empires and Puzzles. Listen, I spent so much money on this shit, bro. I can't even tell you shit. But like, yo, I'm at work. I play this shit religiously every single day, bro. And
we come a long way from fucking Tetris and what was that running game that was on like every iPhone? Temple Run,
yeah.
Fucking Angry
But what's crazy? I'm about to start getting back into like the Nintendo stuff because I heard the new Pokemon game is fire. The Nintendo Switch OLED is out. Me, I'm a big OLED nigga, so. Like I think I'm gonna get that too. So like the handheld games are coming back, and I am ecstatic. This is cool.
Go for it. I got my I won't say I have it, but there is a hacked Switch in my vicinity that I just download pretty much any game that I desire, but I just haven't had the time. You know, last game I played, I had Dying Light on my Switch, and Dying Light is just a banger of a game. Like, it's just incredible. Open world zombie game. You run in, jump in, and just doing all kind of crazy shit. So yeah, if you can make it mobile and still give it that feel of a console, then
you're good to go.
Yeah. Speaking of games, just real quick, since I'm gaming on PC lately, the Steam Deck is pretty much just like a mobile PC that they're trying to put out. I guess maybe either this month, and it looks dope. You should check it out. Okay. It ain't cheap, but yeah, definitely worth it if you're a gamer out there. But
so what else is coming out this month?
Probably one of the most. I'm hoping it's gonna be on the level that I am putting it to in my mind. We got Donda 2 coming out this month.
We do.
Donda 2 is coming out on February 22nd. So if you read that date out, it's 2/22/22, which I don't know what the angel number or the numerology is on that, but shit is setting up to be a fucking classic, at least in my mind. Executive produced by the one and only himself. Mr. Toxic Masculinity himself, Mr. Spectacular, Mr. I just fucked your bitch in some Gucci flip-flops, Future, Hendrix, Pluto, Kanye and Future.
I ain't gonna lie to you.
So first of all,
this shit's about to be fired.
Kanye made My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy right after breaking up with Amber Rose. Can you even fathom the level of music he's about to make after getting divorced? After losing his wife with Future in the studio like the Sith, just in the back with the hood on. Fuck that bitch. Yeah, see that shit.
This shit is about to be the craziest.
Oh my God.
I ain't gonna lie. I hate to say if something's gonna be like album of the year, but just for the sheer fact that and I always said this too, I'm like, if him and Kim ever break up, whatever that album is after that is gonna be some high level shit. And the fact that we now got Future as the executive producer.
Oh my God.
I don't want to hear from nobody. Pusha T can drop his shit. I'll listen to him. I don't care. But it's gonna be like a select few people,
right?
I'm gonna want to hear from after this.
During that time, anything that's gonna come out better come out now. Better come out real quick, because when that shit drop, I don't know what the world is gonna be. I don't know, like. When that shit drop, if you female and I disrespect you, I'm sorry. Let me apologize now, because my energy is gonna be on 10 for this shit. Like, I'm a huge Future fan. I might not condone all the shit he says or does, but I like the fucking energy. I like that fucking fuck a bitch. I lie to my bitches. I don't give a. I fucking love that energy. So
I ride for my niggas, but I lie to my bitch.
About to throw up a gang sign. I don't even know, nigga.
Nah, this shit.
I can't fucking wait.
If this is going to be like, I have like, sometimes we have to be honest. It may not. We have to also be like, it may not be the hottest thing out. It may just be, another Kanye ploy. He just, But I don't think Future would sit there and do something that he knew wasn't going to be fire.
Not with Kanye.
He did What a Time to Be Alive with Drake.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
That's still a banger in my eyes. Future ain't missed since fucking Dirty Sprite, the first one. Not even Dirty Sprite 2. Dirty Sprite, the first one. And then the trio, Beast Mode, 56 Nights, and fucking Monster, and fucking. It's just the guy is the guy. The guy is the guy. The guy is the guy. With Kanye production now. I just don't. I want to keep my expectations realistic, but it's just like, damn.
It's hard to when you hear about these two niggas,
right? at
about
this
to do
specific
this?
time too, right now, is
Oh,
gonna be.
man.
I hope Kanye just quit it with all that no drum shit. Like, get the fuck out of here. Niggas want 808s,
Nah,
okay, Kanye?
I think
Get the
I
fuck
think
out of here.
future. I think future's gonna future. Listen, this is why, like
I
you
need a
said, I want to keep my
documentary.
expectations down. But this
Right.
is why my expectations are so high, because I feel like future's like, yo, you know what? Fuck all this no drum shit, my nigga. Like, you gonna bring
Get
back
that
what
shit
made you who
knock.
you are today, and we gonna
Facts.
get it. And he's like, I'm not. You don't even gotta cuss for nothing. I don't think. I think he's
Right.
still
You
gonna
don't
be able to
gotta.
stick to that. But
You ain't
he's
even
we
gotta.
gonna get Kanye unfiltered right now. You in Pluto's world right now, my nigga. And I bet you, son, he got a couple of features with Future on there. And
Oh,
whatever them songs
absolutely.
on is going to be the top songs. Drake is going to have to work twice as hard this year to surpass this nigga. All
See,
you niggas is going to have to work 3 to 4 times
oh my
to
God.
surpass this. So I'll
Top
tell you
of the
right now,
year, too.
if they
It's
do
only
this one,
February.
there's going to be another one. It may not be
Donda
down to 2.
3, the
But no,
trio,
no,
the
no,
fucking, the trilogy, Donda
no.
trilogy.
Here's how it's going to go. Future is going to executive produce Kanye's next.
Mm-hmm.
Kanye is going to executive produce Future's next.
I'm not mad at it.
And that's going to be some wild shit to see Future on Kanye production talking that
Soul
Future
beats.
shit with that with that type
samples.
Of shit.
Oof. Oof. Man, I can only imagine what them sessions look like. Metro, Southside.
That's the type of shit that make you leave your girl, my nigga, and be like, fuck it, man.
God.
Like,
That's why I'm apologizing now, ladies. I apologize.
I might have an attitude for like a couple of days.
Oh
like,
my God. You lucky this shit didn't come around on my birthday, because that really would have been a fucking mess. That Scorpio energy would have went through the roof.
Yo, so. I ain't gonna lie. There was one year, me and my ex like broke off because we was on and off, feeling toxic shit. Mm-hmm. And like Future dropped the tape.
Right on time. Right on fucking time.
I think the Lord Jesus Christ himself.
Hey, nigga.
Sometimes yo, you need that soundtrack to get you through some shit, bro.
It's just right on time. It's right on time every time. But my only thing is this, and this is what I stand by when I said before when we were, talking about Drake and Kanye, is I feel like Kanye be trying to steal the juice too much. He stole Travis's swag, he took designer's juice when Panda was dropping.
Yeah, but he created these niggas.
He didn't create Future though, and he might have had a hand in creating Drake, but now Drake is through the roof, and you know how Drake and Future is like they go hand in hand pretty much.
Was Future here before 808s?
What do you mean?
Like
808s Future... Heartbreak? Absolutely, yeah. Absolutely.
He was there before that?
Absolutely. Like with the early Tony Montana. That was early. And even then he had mixtapes and stuff. He might not have been Future, the guy we know now, but
he was in the past still.
He was, he'd been with the Dungeon family for a minute, so his influence is out there. But yeah, Kanye be's trying to jack the juice too much. But this one, I might drink the Kool-Aid on this one. I might go crazy.
Yeah, this is going to be the one. I think this is. I highly believe this is the one every nigga gonna have to be put on notice after this. You're not gonna be able to fuck with Kanye or Future for the rest of the year. There's no way. Because if we get in this one right now, there's gonna be another one where it's all Kanye production with Future just doing his shit on there, and that's gonna make niggas' head explode. I'm sorry.
It's just a lot going on.
This is like the best thing. This is like the best thing since like they made like ice cream sandwiches that like are Oreos. Like this is like this is the best matchup since mashed potatoes and gravy, my nigga. Like yo, we are here now.
I just really all I need, if it's like, let's say it's 12 songs. Mm-hmm. All I need is just for 4 to slap. That's all. That's really all I need.
But you're gonna get at least, if it's 12, you're gonna get 12.
I know. But that's what I'm saying. I'm trying to keep my expectations like normal. Like if these are just regular artists that I, enjoy or off the street. But
This shit's
Fuck,
wild
man.
though. This is
Fuck,
wild
man.
though. This is wild.
What a time to be alive is a true
Exactly.
statement across the board. But
And you know
speaking
what?
of,
Speaking of alive,
right.
I'm gonna say congratulations.
Now this is some shit you might hate or you might love. That's only the name of the segment, but this is a really beautiful thing. But go off.
Rihanna is pregnant, y'all. By
We have
ASAP Rocky,
applause,
y'all.
man. Shout out to New York. Shout out Harlem. We did it again, baby. We got Beyonce. We got Rihanna. New York niggas is winning across the board, bro. Let's go.
Yeah,
Let's
man.
go.
I saw the story. I was like, you know what? That's what's up. You know, I mean, we've talked about it before, and especially because we talked about her and the rumors of her, like, you know, being pregnant, and we was like, you know what, like, why would she do that now?
Right.
And to see her,
fooled us too, because she was like, why y'all keep making these rumors about me every other month? No, she kind of played the public, I guess, and then want to come out and be like, yeah, no, y'all was right.
And it's a beautiful thing, man, because, you know, Rocky is a good person. I fuck with Rocky. I've been fucking with Rocky since that first tape he dropped. Always thought he was a dope dude. Rihanna, you know, I didn't always think she was the most attractive or whatever. I don't know. Whatever. You know,
ain't no such thing as an ugly billionaire. Hov said that.
Hov said that, yeah. So, like, and, you know, she is attractive. You know, she got more attractive to me over the years, like, you know, before and shit. So, like,
pregnant Rihanna about to be different. You know, when you're pregnant, you get that glow to you, and you thicken up like, real quick.
That Fenty shit about to go up like 1,000, bro. If she start doing that shit.
That mean we ain't getting no music anytime soon. So whatever Rihanna tracks, I think you got.
That's the only sad part about it. And, you know, that goes into like a conversation about artists and stuff like that. Cause it's like, you know, the music is what got you, it's helped you started the journey to get to where you are. Should you really turn your back on it at a certain point? Yeah. And like, I understand, like, some of these artists feel like, hey, I don't have to do this shit no more. It's like, you right, you don't. But understand that was your first love. Right. Like, you may have had all these other aspirations and goals, and that's cool. But this was the one thing that you chose to stick to that opened that door.
This is what got you here. You got a whole fan base to feed still. I'm sure these chicks right now is like, they need a soundtrack to the bullshit they be on. So,
and, you know, and when you've done the work to create such a fan base who's gonna fuck with you all the time, it's like, you know what, you got to go back to, you know, what made you. You know what I'm saying? You got to go back to the meat and potatoes on the plate and be like, all right, cool, we're gonna double up on the servings now. I'm just gonna give you. You may not. And the thing is, though, music, a lot of people get it confused. Like, you think you got to be going through this shit in the moment to write about it. Music is reflective.
Yeah, of your whole life.
Right? So, like, you can't really just sit here and be like, oh, I gotta be in this shit now for me to. No, you are a human being that have experiences every single day. Some experiences are the same, some of them are different. You're allowed to go back into this experience and pick what you want. And you can make the same type of content over and over again with these experiences over and over again. And that's fine. And, you know, maybe that can lead into it sometimes, because then because you know how we always complain, oh, we want the old Kanye, this, that, and the third. Right. But sometimes there's always other things that's fucking it up for them at that moment that make you say that.
Right. Who you know they were at that time is different than who they are now.
I'm not looking for Rihanna to do another Ponder replay. If she did, though,
I don't need that again either, though. You know, that was super pop Rihanna.
I can listen to it one time, you know what I'm saying, and be like, all right, this is cool, this is cute, you know what I'm saying. But like, she got plenty of other joints. Like, if she did them again, be like, oh, but now she probably more mature. She probably finds a different angle to it. She finds different producers who can do a different sound,
different writers,
and bring it back. You know what I'm saying? But, you know,
this all is in a all, major milestone.
I'm happy for her. And you know what's crazy? Another Black family gets created here.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? I don't know if they're going to get married or not, whatever, you know, because some people don't believe in marriage and shit.
At this point, we tied for life. You got my baby. We don't even need a ring. I am that child's father. You are that child's mother. We are tied through this little human that we created. And man, that's just another baby richer than me. God damn it. God damn, all these rich ass fucking babies. Shit don't make no sense. God damn, why can my mom fuck a rich ass nigga?
It'd be wild, bro. It's true. It's frustrating
sense,
as hell. I'm sitting here slaving every single day. It's like,
word.
Born, he ain't gotta do shit, bro. Like, that's wild.
Just imagine being able to do what you want for your whole life.
For your whole life.
For your whole life.
Yo, that's why sometimes I understand, like, sometimes they're so disconnected from reality. Yeah. Because their reality is totally different. And I forgive it to an extent. When you live in another reality, as long as you're not affecting other people's shit and you're not hurting them, I'm perfectly fine. It's when you cross that line. But like, I can fully understand why some of these people, they'd be like, oh, I didn't know because I get this. It's like, yo, you live a higher lifestyle than most people. So
it's like I didn't know people struggle with their bills. I've had every bill of
I don't even know what a bill is.
Right. Nothing has ever come to me that says I owe money.
Nothing gets cut off. My phone's always on. I got the best, this, that, and the third. Like, I don't take private planes to go to Disney World. What? Right. Like, I remember Kevin Hart did a special.
They don't shut down the whole park just for you? No?
They don't?
What do you mean? So when you go there, other people there?
Wow. Kevin Hart did a joke on one of his specials on Netflix. And he was talking about how like his kids went to Disney World with their mom instead of him. He's like, yo, I found my kids private anywhere. Like, yo, they had to go get on a regular plane and they called him and was like, yo, Dad, what is this? What's going on?
There are other people on our plane, Dad. I don't understand.
And like they went to like Disney World with like their cousins or whatever, and they're like standing in line. They're like, Dad, can you call somebody? Can you help us out here? Because he'd be like, yo, when he goes to the parks, he's like, yo, don't look at nobody. Just keep walking. They're gonna look at you, whatever. Just keep walking. Right. I'm Kevin Hart. We're gonna do it big time. And sometimes you can even rent out the park, but they're like, yo, like I gotta stand in line for hours to get to do what I want to do. And it's like, yo, they have a lifestyle. You can't blame them for it because they just have a lifestyle that like,
and they didn't choose it. They just brought up into it.
They were born into it. You know what I'm saying? I remember it's your job as a parent to keep them grounded. To keep them grounded.
Yeah, but I remember a while back they asked Bill Gates like how much a fucking gallon of milk was. This nigga had no fucking clue.
I don't even.
He had no fucking idea. He's like, I had not been to a grocery store in about 45 years. Like,
you don't got 3 cooks, bro.
Where my anything I want is already stocked. I probably got robots flying in my groceries and shit. So people just live way different fucking lives, and we just gotta accept the differences. As long as they ain't hurting nobody, just fucking let people live, man. 100%. Let people live. More life. Gotta enjoy it. It is what it is. I Hate It Here podcast, episode 17. It's your boy Russ.
And it's your boy Kev.
And we are out.